Okay, let's get this party started. Welcome. We're going to do this giant, what's been called a hot mess press briefing. This is over the terrorist attack in New Orleans. This isn't stuff that we usually cover. I like keeping it very positive, but I think there's a lot of news in this cycle. A lot of stuff that, frankly, oh, dang it, I've got my other channel. Dang it. This is funny. I've got two apps open. You guys know how my tech works, okay? You guys know how I get eaten. Now, look, I see all of your chat coming in right here. Good day, Valerie. Happy New Year to you all. I see you guys saying where you're coming from. Look, there's Dave in Exile. This is where the ecstatically happy patriots are. I love you guys. I love you guys. I don't deserve you as an audience. I don't deserve you. Death total is up to 15 now. Rip, our country needs Jesus. I thought the death total was up to 26. Can someone double check that for me? Michelle Skeggs, up to 15. I thought it was up to 26. Maybe I was thinking 10 injured. I don't know. My numbers are all mixed up. I'll let you guys fill me in on that. Am I the only thumbs up? Annie Van Auken. Thank you, Annie, for reminding us. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. It pushes this video out to all the other subscribers so more people come in and chat. There. Give us a thumbs up. You guys are phoning in where you're at. Look, there's my people from Houston, Texas. Sabrina's here. Bearded Gamer Dad. Happy New Year, Doug. And to the chat. Hello to the chat. Welcome. I'm glad you guys joined me. Arizona. Oh, man, I love my Arizona people. My wife's from Arizona. Daver, Uncle Doug. Ooh, Davidoff. He's got a Davidoff cigar there, doesn't he? Daver, counting cigars. Thank you, Daver. Oh, I got a pair of socks that I got. Look what I got for Christmas. Let's take a look at my socks, Daver. You ready for this? And, here you go. Real men smoke cigars. There. Since we're on the subject of cigars, I got that pair for Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. Corey Englewood, Florida Trump, Doug in Exile, 2025. Yeah, my people are here. There's the Cayman Islands. Wow, look at that. I got people from the Caymans. There's Wisconsin, Caryville, Texas, Okie, Oklahoma. Oh, there, you're hearing 15 dead. There you go. Thank you, Valerie. I'm pretty sure the numbers are kind of going up. By the way, this is why gun control does not work. You know, someone can just drive. How many people own a car that they could just drive into a crowd? Everybody. So you can do all your gun rights, do all your stop the bump stock. You can drive into a crowded anywhere. And I don't buy the put up the pylons either, because you can find people walking down any street. Oh, turkey and stuffing. I wish I was over there eating. Dang it. I would love me some turkey. Flood guy in Arizona, my flooded people. Susan Szymanski, San Antonio, Texas. There you go. Well, welcome, everybody. You guys know the rules. You give us a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you want to get your question popped to the top, then give us a super chat, and then it kind of helps me alert, because otherwise I see all your stuff, and I can get to some of it, but, you know, I will often miss it. I don't like the idea of people having to pay to get my attention, but you have to pay to get I literally can't see it. A little highlighted thing comes up if you pay for it. Otherwise, if you have a question, ask the other people in the chat. They're here to talk. Many of you, probably most of you, know more than me. I can never be as smart as probably any two people. So any two people are going to probably be double my IQ. Literally, they can help you. And this is the chattiest, funnest group. They will help you. So don't be afraid. If you don't have any money or you can't get my attention, talk to each other. We're going to work this out. Biggest thing is, do not be afraid. You guys know how I hate conspiracies. I hate conspiracies. I hate all the black helicopter talk. I hate the helplessness of saying, oh, the FBI is in on this and all that, you know? So and by the way, I'm not against people thinking that. I might hate it, but it doesn't mean it's not true. Okay. I don't believe it's true, But I'm saying I'm also not trying to peer pressure anyone out of their opinion. I'm never trying to tell you like, oh, how dare you? You know what I mean? Somewhere in Idaho, $10 super chat. Thank you. Merry Christmas. He says, it's going to be a great year. Master Sergeant retired. Holy smokes, U.S. Air Force. Thank you for your service. What base were you at? Out of, because I did that, I did the nose art on that K-135 out there at Beale Air Force Base. Old granddad, that's mine. That's my nose art. They had me do that. Yeah, okay, so let's do that one too, Annie Van Auken. There was also a Tesla Cybertruck explosion outside of Trump Tower, as per Fox News. I did a video on that tomorrow, but I'll just real quickly, just for the purpose of, because you're here live and we might as well do this now, right? There was a Tesla truck, blew up right outside of Trump Tower in Nevada. Okay, Trump has this big, beautiful, it's gold, it's beautiful. A Cybertruck was parked outside. Apparently the driver was still inside and it was packed with fireworks also, a bomb and fireworks or something. Pulls up, it's parked in front of Trump Tower, it blew up. And I mean, you know, I could show you videos, but they wouldn't let me show it here on YouTube, but it blew up. No one was hurt other than the guy inside, okay? And Musk, he already had his tech guys, his Tesla guys, look at the car, the vehicle, and it was not, the vehicle didn't blow up on its own. It was a terrorist act. Now, here's what's cool about the Cybertruck. It has such an amazing metal casing that because the guy blew it up with the doors all closed, much of the explosion was contained inside the vehicle. And really almost any other vehicle in the world that you'd buy besides a Cybertruck could have blown up that whole building and injured all kinds of people. But because it was contained in a Cybertruck, the terrorists that's God looking out for us, guys. I love, you know, maybe it's serendipity, maybe it's coincidence, fine. I thank God for any time there's something good. It's good. There's Long Island, New York checking in, my New York people. Okay. This is 100 goats don't equal virgins. Yeah, they got some surprises when they get to the other side. Let me get to my Twitter, because that's where the title for this hot mess press briefing came from. Let's get to the title, okay? And remember, guys, I need lots of thumbs up, lots of comments. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and join us and ring that bell. I look at my traffic and it says most people who subscribe, you're going to get 3 videos a day from me, the news. So boom, boom, boom. It helps show up in your feed. You can even, and the ring the bell means it'll send you a notification. It'll buzz you, send you a text or send you an email. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm getting really small here. Look, this is my Twitter feed. If you don't follow us on @DougToNaples. But of course, this is just, Doug In Exile. This is just my regular Doug to Naples chat. But this is what people are saying about that press conference. And I just thought it was really funny. Not just funny, but it actually ends up being very telling about the American people. So listen to this kind of backlash that's coming at Joe Biden, Merrick Garland, FBI, Christopher Wray, and the FBI on the New Orleans ground, which is called a DEI hire, diversity, equity, and inclusion hire. Here goes. The DEI Fed was so mad when she attempted to wrap up the initial press briefing, but DEI, Department of Equity and Inclusion, Meemaw, that's what they're calling the old lady in the police hat who's head of the FBI out in New Orleans, stepped in to tell people to enjoy the Georgia Notre Dame CFP game at the Louisiana Superdome tomorrow, which is totally inappropriate when there's dead bodies on the ground all around your neighborhood, possibly because of your own lack of good work. How's that? Here's just going by what the police said during the press briefing interview today, practically mocking folks with the DEI Boomer Karen police chief. They call her the Boomer Karen police chief. I love her. I love old people. I love old women. I don't like a DEI hire, a diversity hire, and she was fired from Berkeley, and then she trained all their officers and said that she was there to spread diversity, and that could be why they're not secure and they're not doing their job. And the DEI millennial black woman fed at that press meeting briefing, and I've never seen an FBI agent, in a uniform like she did, where she's wearing a nose ring. The way the New Orleans press briefing went, sorry, man, dang. The way the New Orleans press briefing went with several suspects at large, just so you guys know, there's supposedly 3 or 4 more people who could be connected with the New Orleans incident that ran away and got away. That means that's a terror cell, an ISIS cell in New Orleans at large, and multiple IEDs, that's improvised devices, explosive devices. There you go. They're the ones that when you step across them, and the little string goes and they blow up. Multiple IEDs, improvised explosive devices, and they're calling in the National Guard. By the way, there's a bunch of spooks going in there right now too. The FBI, they have a plane. The guy's been tracking their plane, who I follow, going in. It shows their plane route. Those are people that can do all the cell phone taps and all the sweeping of all the data using the FBI, and they're going to catch a whole lot of people right there in New Orleans. A big deal. That's rare. I don't think the threat to the city is over. Those suspects may have no intention of trying to escape. They've also brought in hostage negotiators. Doesn't mean that there's hostages. I'm only telling you what the news said, okay? I tell you guys what I hear. Doesn't mean there's hostages. Harry, it's not a disgrace. It was understandable assumption based on an initial press report that the truck driver crossed 3 days ago from Mexico. Is the FBI not briefing him as president-elect? No, he is not. From what I understand, he did not cross over from Mexico. If you guys hear that news, give me a source, please, and leave it in the chat. I did not hear that this Jabbar guy, I heard he was born and raised in Texas. So his truck was rented from a company, the same company that the other truck, the cyber truck that blew up in Nevada at Trump Tower, also is tied to this event through the same rental company. Okay, so one's a suicide bomber in Nevada, and then the guy who drove through everybody got shot dead, Jabbar, who's wearing khakis. And guys, don't let them fool you, because this guy did serve in some kind of Army, National Reserve or whatever. He finished his term in 2020, okay, and he's recently divorced. So he's wearing fatigues, he's wearing camouflage, and his body's laying on the ground. He's dead. This Jabbar guy who drove this truck through all those civilians. The leftist media is evil. That's my video coming out tomorrow, where I really excoriate Merrick Garland on this one. But the leftist media is lying to you. They're trying to make it sound like he's some kind of active duty military. He's not. He got reprimanded by his superiors. The mainstream news will not tell you he got reprimanded by his superiors in the Army for making radically Islamic statements, radical Islamic statements. They won't tell you that. They also won't tell you that he donated to Act Blue, which is a George Soros pro-Democrat company. I think he did like $8 for Hillary Clinton and $15 under Joe Biden, where Act Blue goes out and harvests votes. And they're the ones that always go after the Republicans and say you're doing Jim Crow if you try to make someone show an ID. That's Act Blue. The terrorist, Jabbar, gave to Act Blue twice, once under Hillary Clinton, once under Joe Biden. Mainstream media won't tell you that, and I will, because I'm giving you better news, and I'm a barely literate comic book artist. I'm a cartoonist. I shouldn't have to do the news. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I am kicking the news is buns, hot crossed buns all over town, because the news will not report this stuff. Now, just imagine if this terrorist gave his money to Elon Musk's PAC, Political Action Committee, Elon Musk's right-wing PAC, instead of to Democrat Act Blue, George Soros. Can you imagine what the media would do? They'd go in this, and instead of a flag being an ISIS flag, what if it was a MAGA flag? You know what the media would say? MAGA flag, white supremacist Christian, honky, cracker, evil, gave money to Elon Musk to get Trump elected. We have to shut this down. That's what they tried pulling on the J6 stuff. But now it's the other side. He gave to the Democrat Party. So you're not going to hear any of this from the news. MSNBC, CNN, they won't do their job. I'm doing their job. I'm giving you facts, okay? You make your own decision. You don't have to agree with me on anything. Oh, look at that. Okay. There is my buddy, Denny Wong. Thank you, buddy. That's a $20 super chat from Denny Wong. How will the Democrats come back in 2025 and beyond? Denny Wong. How are they going to come back is the big question. Me and you. Dude, what can the Democrats run on? I want to ask anyone who once voted for a liberal in my chat, what would it take for the Democrats to get your vote back? I don't think they're coming back, and we'll see in the midterms if they get a massacre in the midterms in 2026. Will they revive the Black Lives Matter / Antifa movement? Okay. They will not revive Black Lives Matter because too many black men went over to Trump. See, next time Democrat Black Lives Matter and Antifa Black Lives Matter goes after Trump and marches, we're going to have our own right-wing guys. A bunch of blacks and Hispanics are going to be joining us, in marches. It's so Black Lives Matter, I don't see that. Antifa, definitely. Antifa, but they're so small, and they're little blue-haired lesbian weaklings. I mean, they're just not lesbian, I'm sorry, but just blue-haired. They're like a bunch of art directors. Antifa's nothing. They would, if they ever went toe-to-toe, one-on-one, and they're always like 5-on-1, 8-on-1, these little emaciated photographer-looking kids out of Portland. Antifa are weak. They're radical, but there really aren't that many. I do think they'll be ramping up the violence this year. I believe Antifa will. Antifa, they're like cockroaches, though. They'll come in and do a bunch of blah, 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 and then run out, Will they revive BLM? Yeah, I never think that the Democrats look back. I don't think they're going to go back and do the same strategy. So if this list is a bunch of stuff they've done, I think their big surprise is, look, they didn't use machines or anything. They didn't go after machines in this election. They used lawfare to go after Trump. Whole new direction, right? So whatever it is that the Democrats are going to do, I don't think we would anticipate it, or it wouldn't work. If we could anticipate it and detect it, it wouldn't work, okay? Because you'd warn each other. You go, hey, guys, they're just trying to do a big Antifa thing. Or will they blame Trump for the weak economy? No. They're going to try. That's why they're trying to weaken the economy. They're trying to spend all this money, They're going to create a lot of disruption before January 20th, but I don't think they can really it's kind of like terrorism doesn't work. Because terrorism is always too small. It's always one little guy like blowing up a bus. That's nothing. Even the 9/11 towers being taken down by terrorists. It's not enough. You know what I mean? You only killed 3,000 people. You brought down 2 buildings. We have 1 million buildings left and millions of people left. So you didn't do anything. So little terrorist acts are never enough. That's why in the movies, they're always trying to get a suitcase nuke, dirty bomb, that's when it starts being enough, but they've never been used, never been detected. So very hard to do large acts, and most terrorists, you can't do enough to do any damage. So, okay. Or blame Trump for the weak economy, inflation spike, or deficit time bomb and here's another thing. Denny Wong, this is the best news at all. It's not just that they lost the black vote and the Hispanic vote. They lost the media. The media is dead. So how are they going to get that messaging out about a weak economy and an inflation spike, and there's a deficit time bomb, and it's all Trump's fault? How are they going to get that message out when no one's watching MSNBC? No one cares about CNN. They barely even care about Fox News. How you can't control everyone unless you control all the tentacles of media, and the left lost their control of X, which is the #1 place where people get news in the world. They're not even going to Google. So times are changing, guys. Elon Musk saved the world with buying X. He saved free speech in America, and therefore a whole lot of this stuff's going to be really hard for them to launch. Let me keep going here. Or World War III, China invading Taiwan. Now, I don't believe either side wants that. I don't believe Democrats want World War III, and I don't believe Republicans want World War III. I don't think Democrats want World War III on Trump's watch because they don't want to be cooked on the sidewalk like a hot dog, okay? Nuclear bombs, nuclear fallout does not just go into the water of Republicans, spoiling the water table across the entire, whole swaths of the country. It goes out of Democrats, okay? And Democrats are weak. We know they're weak. And they're anti-gun, so they tend to be unarmed. So they'll be eaten by Chinese zombie mutants first. And that's why, my buddy, thank you for the $20 super chat. Come on, I gave you a lot of entertainment for that $20 super chat. That is not a bad return of ROI, return of investment. Okay, here we go. There's temporary asphalt patches were installed in the spots where the street columns were removed, according to the documents. Yeah, and also I don't believe those pylons really could have changed enough. You can go 2 blocks over from those pylons, and there'd be 800 people in the streets. They weren't just all in that one area where the pylons would go up and protect a block quarter. You go 2 blocks over, and the street's wide open. Any truck going 100 miles an hour down the street could get them. So I don't buy this. I know that they use those metal block pins that come out of the ground and block cars from being able to come over and do this stuff. I don't believe it's that effective. That's all I'm saying. You know what? You got to think like a terrorist, like me. Okay. You guys don't have to think. I'll do the thinking on the terrorism thing. I'll be that guy. Okay. Eating ice cream in the basement is Joe Biden. He has no idea what has happened. Jill will tell him before the press briefing. So that's another problem, is we don't feel like there's a boss in charge. Dad is not in charge of the country. A good man is not in charge of the country. We have Joe Biden. So that's another troubling thing. In times of trouble, you want a guy that will, like Trump, he'd get up and make a fist and go, fight, fight, fight. And Joe Biden, Jill and I, our hearts go out to the victims. Like they don't, you know what? You're not going to help. Joe Biden, you're done. Joe Biden should say, and now I'm going to turn it over to Trump, the real president. Trump, tell him something inspiring, because no one can be inspired by anything I do or say. The most inspiring thing about Biden is that he's going to leave in 20 days. That's the happiest thought I can think of. So Trump receives the same daily intelligence briefing as Biden does every day as the president-elect. However, Trump reportedly does not actually take them, as members of the IC were leaking to the press in 2016 that Trump was passing the information on to others, which he did not do. So he doesn't want to get set up for leaking this stuff. I think some guy's trying to throw some heat at John Kennedy, who had that press briefing when someone said, you don't know what you're talking about. And he told CBS, he goes, you wouldn't know either, And so this guy's trying to go after the right. Okay. I couldn't believe the laughs in the press briefing about a terrorist attack. No, that was not what they were laughing at, cracking jokes. These are all Democrat accounts trying to throw heat at Kennedy. So here's the exchange. Reporter, NBC is here on the right. Kennedy, that's an unusual position. Reporter, I don't get it. Kennedy, you wouldn't. Come on, that's cute. Not a big deal. They confirmed multiple explosive devices in the exact same press briefing, and the governor had said that this was an act of terrorism. The flag was on the car, so acting as if they didn't know is no, they did not. These are all Democrats trying to cover. Yeah, he's a composer. There you go. They're trying to cover. White House press briefing level of lies. I like that one. White House press briefing, that is Karine Jean-Pierre level of lies. Can you imagine what Karine Jean-Pierre is going to come out and say to everyone during, man, I can't wait for her last press briefing. Those stupid people. What an insult, man. This country is culturally crumbling. And how about you guys tell me this in the chat? Do you think we can put it back together? Do you have faith in the American people? Do you have faith in God? Do you have faith in the American people? Do you have faith in your neighbor? Do you have faith in the good? Or is the spaghetti-like mess too much to put back in the toothpaste? Put the toothpaste back in the tube. Has it gone too far? What do you guys think? Yeah, we crumble no more. See, I think an anthem, like what you just did, an anthem that people can find power and march behind in each other that they believe is true, like Make America Great Again or something like that. I think the people, they can be inspired. And it's hard to have imagination of it working when you've had no inspiration, right? No inspiration from culture's been declining. Culture's destroyed. By the way, Vivek Ramaswamy, I'm going to do a separate video on this. Vivek Ramaswamy, all these guys are talking about giving H-1 visas to Indian geniuses to come over and work on math just because they work in big tech and we need them for AI to program our AI. But you know what else? You know what we need worse? We need the world's top 1% of artists. Oh, look, that's my mom's calling. I'm going to, it's my mom. Hold on one second. I'm going to get this. Mom. Hi there. You're on the air.
No way.
You want to say hi to everyone? This is my mom, everybody. I'm just doing a live one. You can tell them all.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year.
There you go. It's my mom. Look at that mom on the phone.
To call you and say what a good show you had.
Well, I'm doing a live one now and you're not watching.
Well, I didn't know. Where's it at?
It's on my mom, guys, for those of you who are boomers out there, my mom she can't even find the channel. So
It's all over the place.
it is. It's because I keep getting destroyed. Okay, I heard about Jim that he's doing well. But can I call you back? I'll wrap this up. I'll wrap this up in a bit. All right.
Bye.
All right, love you. It's my mom, guys, live. Hey, that's what live shows are about, isn't it? Who else gives you this kind of good live cheddar but Doug In Exile, where my mom calls in live? Everyone else's live, streams, a lot of them are just fake, They're like totally, I don't get it. Okay. I don't want to diss other creators or anything, but, fake. I like live. Yeah, hey, I'm a boomer. See, did you hear my mom? She's been watching my channel for 4 years. She's all, how do I find this show? Okay, Mom. Okay, you guys are going over all the details in the, my boomer. Biden who? Mom. Wow. All we need now is apple pie. That's right. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie. I wish my mom was still around to call me. Yeah, I wish my dad was here, She and dad. You know what's weird is I remember being a kid and thinking about, I'm probably going to make it to 2025, maybe 2035 or 45, And it's just weird because this is so far into the future. Think about when you guys were kids and how long you'd think you'd last. And you'd go, I don't know if I'll make it to 2025. And then here we are in 2025. And your mind just goes, when you're a kid and you go, 2025, what's that going to, I might live another 25 years. Lord willing, look, I could go this year. God's in control. I love his plan. He numbers my days. If I get hit by a car, that car didn't cause my death. God numbered my days. If I die of cancer this year, cancer didn't cause my death. God numbered my days. He's in control. That's why we don't have to fear death, guys. There's literally nothing you can do when that day comes. When the day comes, the harvester gets his harvest. Okay. But should I live longer? When I was a kid, I thought all the way ahead to 2025, and I'm just going, I don't know if I'll make it that long, or what will it be like, Especially when in 5th grade, like my teacher told me that like acid rain would pour down so hard because of the pollution and the hole in the ozone layer that we wouldn't be able to go outside. They told me that in 5th grade. That's in the San Joaquin Valley. That's not in LA. That's in like Turlock, territory in the San Joaquin Valley with farmers. I have a teacher telling me that acid rain's going to come down. There's going to be an ozone. So if you walk outside, you'll just burn up. By the time I was going to graduate in high school, which was 1984, that's what a teacher told me. Oh, the greenies, my people. So this kind of goes back to the Democrat thing. It's like one thing I know about the future is however it's going to go down, I don't know how it's going to go down. I don't know the future. And, there's a lot of false prophets out there. I don't want to name names, but there's people that predict the future. I know a lot of you guys are watching your astrology signs, your zodiac signs. And, that's superstition. I don't want to jump down anyone's throats, but we should have humility about the future, not thinking I can look at a planet or my birth date or my Enneagram or a prophet is going to tell me what's coming. And if I just get this secret message, I can trick out tomorrow. Man, I'll go left instead of right. I'll get in this car instead of that car. Instead, I go, I don't know. Yeah, the Lord, Steve, live every day like it might be your last, because you don't know if the Lord will ask for your soul tonight. Those people that went to that New Orleans party and a car drives into them, they did not know that was going to happen. And one of them was a nursing student. My daughter just graduated nursing school. That girl's parents, is going to be ruined forever. So our heart goes out to them. We have humility about the future. Yeah, look at that. Let me get this guy up here, this girl right here. Becky Ann Shirley says, instead read your Bible. Ding dong right. My people, let me tell you how to read your Bible. Please read your Bible. Please, I'm begging you. It's not a magic book. It is inspired by God. It is true, every word of it. So last night, I called my best friend, Clark Williams, who I went to college with. And we confess our sins to each other. We build each other up. He was doing a party out in California. He's got a wonderful big beard, and we're going like, oh, it's our last days. It's our last days, probably. And he said he was reading Thessalonians. So this morning I said, you know what? I'm going to read 1 Thessalonians. I read the first 2 chapters. And just, it didn't take long, guys. It's 10 minutes. You crack open that Bible, you pull out a New Testament chapter or 2. It's 10 minutes. Okay, we can do that. And it's not a magic book, so you're not like predicting the future and trying to decipher the code to know how many lottery tickets to buy and get your lucky number. It's not, this isn't karma. This isn't voodoo. The universe is not some machine that you can trick, genie miracles out of. Instead, we serve a living God. Just like I serve you people, a living people. I don't know what you're going to do. If I serve you, I don't know. That's not why I serve you. I serve you because I love you, not because I can control you, and I serve God because I love him, not because I can control him. He's correct. It's not he gives me goodies. He gave me the goodie of all goodies when he gave me his son. And outside of that, I really don't need anything. Okay. Well, yeah, press that like button. That's all I asked, Douglas. McCallor, thank you for reminding everyone to press that like button. Been reading Proverbs. Proverbs, see? Wisest book in the Bible. Big time. Proverbs. Wise. Is that written by King Solomon? Is that David's son Solomon that wrote Proverbs and wrote Ecclesiastes, the books of wisdom? There's great stuff in Proverbs for young men. It's like, hey, young man, you watch when you walk by that woman's door. Keep on walking, buddy. Keep on walking. Okay, my loves, I just wanted to kind of spend some time with you all, hang out, tell you guys it's going to be okay. I promise we're going to get through this year together. I'm going to do my best to serve you. YouTube, you know me, you too. Oh, look, there's Lynn Maudlin, my buddy, right there. I've known her since like a long time, early 2000s. I read the Bible cover to cover almost 3 times a year. Solomon wrote most of Proverbs. Thank you. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, we're going to get through it together. Remember, YouTube can take this channel away like that. And then you guys have to go hunting for me and find me. Find me somewhere else. We'll find each other in some distant land. I'm only able to rebuild this audience so much. You guys are my hardcore people that actually know how to find me. So you have a certain amount of technology, or you have a certain amount of stubbornness that keeps going, and good detective skills, which is why you've been able to find me. So thank you guys. I do pray God's blessings on you. I do pray that he will guide your heart. I do pray that he will convict your heart and inspire you to repent for your sins, to find the things that you did wrong that maybe you're not even aware of. And you have to go to God. Don't go to me. Go to God and repent. And I pray that you will turn and enjoy his forgiveness of his son. Enjoy that release of your guilt and your pain. Then we'll deal with physical pain. Okay, I know some of you guys, my brother right now needs prayer. Pray for my brother Jim. Just got out of the hospital for a mini stroke. That was his big Christmas, New Year's present to all of us, was he ended up in the hospital for a couple of days. He's better now. I got to give him a call, him and mom a call. But pray for Jim, and I will pray for all of you. And you guys all pray for each other. We want to be a praying community for each other, sharing your cares, especially if you're alone. If you're alone, reach out in the comments and you can tell people, I'm alone, and then tell them your need. I'm alone. Please pray for me. I'm alone. Someone talk to me. I'm alone. Help me. You can say those things in the chat. You'll find someone. You never know. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's better than nothing. It's better than not trying anything at all. Look, there's another super chat. $10 super chat, Brett Nichols. Brett Nichols, I like your long hair. You are an awesome, hippie-looking cowboy outdoorsman. Brett Nichols, $10 super chat. Oh my God, I know Lynn Maudlin. Greetings from Dallas, Texas. Lynn Maudlin, get back with Brett Nichols. Were you guys part of the Hugh Hewitt crew? Because we were all in his audience back in the day. That's how I met Lynn Maudlin. She was out in Pasadena, and I was out in Glendale. We were in Hugh. We would all listen to his audience. We would call in, and so maybe you know her from that. I don't know. Okay, Lynn Maudlin. Now you know. Breck Nichols is here on the channel. And this has been a good time, guys. Oh, there you are. Yes, we were, Hugh, HHRS. I was in Atlanta, but close. There you go. Okay. Yes, Hugh Hewitt. There you go. Oh, Altadena. I'm sorry, not Atlanta. She was in Altadena. Yeah, I thought she was in Pasadena. Altadena. There you go. You and Breck Nichols, we got to hang out, man. You kids. See, you found each other in my chat. How great is that? Okay, if you like this show, I'm going to try and put another one here where you can watch another show. Maybe you'll click on it, help a guy out, tell your friends. Most of all, thank you for watching and hanging with me. We'll do this a lot more. I'm Doug in Exile.